Alright, hi. Okay, so this is the greenhouse. It's cute, right? It's got potential. Couple things. Let's start with the process of building this thing. It took me a good, I'm embarrassed to say, 2 hours to put it together. But the directions are like, this is kind of all you get. And I just kind of looked at the pictures. Luckily, I'm a visual person, so I just looked at the pictures and winged it. I ended up with an extra part. Not sure how, because everything's right, I think. Anywho, so yeah, directions were a little weird. And we're just gonna start with the negatives, I guess. These are really, really flimsy, okay? The material is so brittly thin, if that's even a word, brittly, but they are brittle. Like, they're just so flimsy, so thin. Like, if this got pulled hard enough, it would break. Like, and it would put a hole in your lining of your greenhouse. So I am opting to not put the ties that they give you on here, which I will show you now. These are the ties that they give you and the anchors. So the zip ties, I'm not really sure if I'm using them for the right thing, but I'm using them to hold down my shelving because these shelves do move around quite a bit, like, you know what I mean? And if you're gonna have plants on here, you want them to be secure. So I'm using the zip ties for that. I think the zip ties are for anchoring down the greenhouse somehow, but that's not what I'm using them for. Okay, next are these little strings they give you. They are, it's just, if these get wet with a short amount of time, they're gonna break apart and crumble. So I'm not really sure why even waste money on sending these strings, because they're gonna do jack diddly squat. So I didn't use those. And also anchors. My greenhouse is on a deck, so these are useless to me. And honestly, even if you did put it outside in your yard, those strings, these anchors, and these little zip ties are not going to keep your greenhouse safe from a storm. I'm just being honest. You're gonna wanna get some weights or sandbags. I have weights right now, but I ordered some sandbags that are for outdoor tents. So I'm gonna put them on. I've ordered 2 for the front, 2 for the back. And I might even order 2 more so I can have them here on the sides, just to keep that extra weight. That way if a storm comes, hopefully it stays. But the thing is like, these pull out, so even if you have it weighed down, I really just don't know if it's gonna hold, because I mean, these pop in, pop out, so who knows. But yeah, there's just like, so I was showing you these. They have them here, one back here on the outside. Then on this side, there isn't one. I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense to me. Why you would have a place to anchor your greenhouse here, there, and there, but not there. So what, when the wind blows, it's gonna pull up and go crazy. I don't know. But yeah, this is it. I did put some rugs and stuff underneath to keep bugs out from going up underneath. Yeah, so we'll see, guys. We shall see.
So surprise, surprise, in Sacramento, California last night we had a major storm, which we do not typically get. Winds were over 60 miles an hour with gusts. We're still having strong wind today, but nothing like we had last night. Anyway, so here's our little greenhouse. It's still standing. I am super proud of it. Good job, greenhouse. The only thing is that it did get some tears. You can see here and here. And that caused this, I think, because the wind gusts were just too much. But it's not that bad. So we have one little guy that's still doing well. And most of them, well, we can just pick them up and put them back up there. Anyway, given the extent of the damage of the storm and how incredibly fast the winds were, I'm super proud of this little guy. It did really well. I mean, you have to decide for yourself if it's worth it for you, but we don't typically get storms like this in Sacramento, and yeah, I would completely order another one if I needed to, or at least a replacement tarp, because the frame has done great.
This is the trip that this house had to take to end up in the woods like it did. It was anchored down with the strings. This only took like maybe one day. Went all the way out, took a right-hand turn, and ended up in the woods out over here. So this lightweight structure, now tied down, assembled correctly, that's what happened. So you have to be sure you weigh it down, and there is absolutely, my dog, absolutely no way, unless you weigh this down, that it's going to stay down on a windy day like well, it was slightly windier than what it is right now. And that's what happened to the house. That's my warning.
So I got my greenhouse up, and I'm looking and got all my things out, getting ready to put some stuff on the shelves, and I realized, and I kept trying to figure out what's missing. Come to find out, the shelves are missing. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I am getting ready to, everything else kind of fit good and everything, but no shelves.
The shelves do not properly fit. And I have scratched the poles trying to get them to fit. So here's an example. That is how much leeway you have. And yes, all the mechanisms are as tight as they can get. Not satisfied.